guys, being a content creator has been one of the most funnest and fulfillingest things that I could have ever saw myself doing. But doing it as a photographer is a little bit different than the normal content creators that you see online today, right? Normally, content creators are out here, either reviewing or doing something or looking at things or talking to their audience about things that they like, things that they gonna get into, things they're going to review, and sharing their insights, sharing their thoughts and ideas on what they think about whatever the subject is. I mean, look at some of the biggest names like Casey Neistat, and a lot of these guys, they do a lot of reviews. They bring people into their everyday life, right? Just basically what they do. Not a specific niche, I would say, right? As a photographer, being a photographer is one of those things where what it's having that gift, is doing something that you absolutely love, and then figuring out, like, I need to share this gift with the world, right? It's a way to connect to everybody, to say, hey, I got a gift. I know exactly what I'm doing. I love what I do. And I'm a very qualified, very talented person. And I love teaching. I love instructing, right? So why not share that gift with the rest of the world? So we are basically sharing content, but it's basically something that we do every day, whether we were sharing it with YouTube or not. We would still be doing it. We just figured out a way to take our talents and our gift and what we do out here every day, right, and share it with the rest of the world, and hopefully spread that interaction, spread that education, spread what we do and those ideas with everybody else, to help and educate and instruct and influence people to do what they want to do, right? But at the same time, being a content creator can be a very demanding, it can be very distraught at times. Sometimes being a content creator can be a very, very trying and demanding space to be in. And if you don't have the mental capacity for it, it could really make you feel not necessarily less than, but it can make you feel like, why did I get into this in the first place? Like, nobody's following me, my videos ain't doing good, the views ain't there, the subscribers ain't there, and I know what I'm doing. I have the knowledge. People see every day. And I fell into that trap before as a content creator, right? I will put out these videos and I would go out with my models. I would do these shoots and everything, and I would look at these images and I'm like, man, I know this is about to get like 100,000 views, 50,000 views, like easy, as soon as I drop it. And I've been disappointed so many times, even with the content that I create. And I'm like, God, what is it? Did I not put enough hashtags? Was the thumbnail not, magnified enough? Was the images not big enough? Like, what is it? And it's so quick to fall into that YouTube content creator, trap. And you have to understand that it's just sometimes people like what they like. People like who they like. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned being not only a content creator, but a YouTuber. And you could have all the education and you could have a lot of things that people want to hear you say, and people want to see what you do. But at the end of the day, you really just have to do what you love, and you really have to love what you do. And like for me, I put out content and I put out what I do every day, and I share what I share with the world every day, because I was blessed with a gift. I have a really good eye. I'm very good with educating. I'm very good with working with models, seeing models, posing models, and doing all these exponential things. Whether it's in a studio setting or whether it's out on location in any time of day. I love bringing those things to the masses, right? But sometimes it can really get you down and put you in a bad headspace when you know that the content that you're putting out is like incredible, you know. But you can really psych yourself out and mess yourself up when you're like, okay, this video's been out here for like 2 days, and it's barely even doing anything. Like, my subscribers is only up like two thousand or something like that. And then you look around, and this is where you really fall into the trap as a photographer. You really start to really get in your head when you start looking at other people's content and other people in your niche, other people in your space, and you're like, okay, this person got 100,000, 200, 3, 400,000 subscribers, right? And the content that they put out, and you're like, man, I was like, I put these images in here. I put, I'm educating. I'm really sharing my gift, and these people are doing the bare minimum. So as a influencer and as a content creator, as a photographer, one of the things that I have learned is to just do what you love. That's it. It's that easy, man. Just do really what you love, man. Because when you start to play in your head and in your mind, and it really starts to weigh you down on why some of the things are just not like going your way or working the way that you want them to, it really starts to affect the content and things that you put out. And you don't want that to happen. But when you are putting out things that you love, putting out things that you think people want to see, and not really succumbing to what you see around you or what you see everybody else doing, just do you. That is my biggest thing. Just do you. And if people like your content, they're gonna follow you. If people like what you do, they're gonna comment, they're going to enjoy you because it's authentic. You're not being paid to do say a lot of things or do a lot of things, or you're only putting out content because somebody is paying you to, or you have all these sponsors and things like that. I don't have any sponsors, and that is a great segue into my sponsorship today, because guess what? I sponsor myself. This video, like all of my videos, are brought to you by BrandonColePhotos.com. That's right, my website, my merch, everything that I'm doing in my photography space, and all the avenues that I'm trying to create, everything that I do and everything that I pay for, and everything that all the content that is brought to you is paid for by myself. But what I do have is everything that I get from my Black Dish company, www.blackdish.com. And definitely, if you want to go check that out, man, that modifier is just absolutely amazing. It is definitely in a league of its own, and I've shown you that several times on my channel. Definitely go check it out, man. They are in stock and they are ready to ship, man. My book that I have, that I came out with, is doing very well, man. It definitely gives you an insight into the mind of myself as a photographer, and there over my decade of shooting. It is a very, very good read, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So you can get that off my website or on Amazon as well. And then if you want to check out some of my merch, I love my merch, man. This one is right here. This is my Coyote Brown dope black photographer. This one actually says I'm a dope photographer, because I did get a lot of people who said I'm not black, but can you make it for people who just want to support and everything? So now we have I'm a dope photographer, and you can find that on my website as well, man. But I love it because the gear and the designs, everything is designed by me, everything is sold by me. But the gear that I come out with, man, I like it to make a statement. That's why you see some that just says I'm a dog with this camera, or I'm a dope photographer, I'm a dope black photographer. A lot of these things is for the culture, and it's just supporting what we do, and supporting what I do. So again, if you want to support me, if you want to support the channel, definitely go check out my website, man. Go check out the merch. Everything that you guys support my channel with goes back into the channel for you guys. All right, so remember that. All right, let's get back to the video. The second thing I would say to help you with your struggle is make content that you want to make. A lot of times, I know a lot of people get caught up on what they see other content creators reviewing, saying, doing. I want to do that. I want to do that. I need to get my hands on that. make content that you want to create, because when you start trying to do what everybody else does, it's going to take you away from your creative niche. All right, you're going to be, you do so much better in your own space and what you see that you want to do. But when you try to do what everybody else is doing, when you try to speak like everybody else is speaking, when you try to, do transitions and videos and everything like everybody else is doing, it's not your authentic self. And a lot of people can see, especially on YouTube, they can see if you're being authentic. They can see if you're trying to be like somebody else. They can see if what you're telling them is, BS, or if that's the actual you. And I will always be my authentic self. Be your authentic self, man. That is the best advice that anybody has ever given me. When I started my YouTube channel and I was trying to see about how to get, how do I sit in front of the basically in the entire world and speak about something and educate people on something without sounding robotic, without sounding rehearsed, without sounding like this whole video was made like in a grinder or something. And I was just told, just be your authentic self. You know what you're talking about. You know what you want to talk about. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it for years. Be your authentic self. It's no different than you being out there doing it versus being in front of the camera and telling people about it. You're basically recording, just putting it out there. But when you're in front of the camera, be your authentic self. When you try to be like everybody else, it messes up you and who you are. And I will tell you one thing about me, I won't try to follow behind nobody, because I know my work, I know my work ethic, and I know what I love doing. And being a content creator, man, it is really hard to fall into that trap. So that is my quick video for you guys, man. And I'm most definitely gonna try to do a lot more vids and vlogs and things like that. I don't really vlog a lot, but with me coming up on 4 months left and the military and about to retire, I'm definitely going to start letting you guys into my daily life and routine a whole lot more, and talking more photography and getting some things out there for you guys and helping you guys with your content creation and your journey as photographers and content creators. Okay. So until next time, man, love what you do what you love, because that's my motto. I love what I do and I do what I love. And I will see you guys in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe on the video, man. This algorithm is crazy, and I'm doing this all by myself. I ain't got no sponsors, and it's all good because I got you. Holler at you in the next one. Peace out.